Hi team, on the couch is Joe Taylor from Kai for Kids. We put up a wee video from Friday's council visit and it just went gangbusters. I think people are very, very interested in what you guys do. And I'd say dishing out some pats on the back as well. Kai for Kids, how did it all start, Joe?
Well, thanks very much for having us here today, Hopes. Look, Kai for Kids has been a passion of mine since late 2019. I think having children at primary schools, and I was also doing a bit of study into clinical nutrition, and it was just, there were kids coming to school without much food or without no food at all. And it was a real barrier to attendance for some. And we just thought, this is such a fantastic food producing area. Surely we can use some of that food to feed children at school a really healthy meal. So I started talking to some of the principals, and Phil Wheeler at Netherby was awesome and said, let's start a pilot project here. So we applied for some funding to Advance Ashburton and was successful with the goal of rolling out that pilot there. And so that was the first foray into producing food, and we fed all of the children at Netherby School. And I know that's a question that a lot of people ask, why feed all the children? But it's really important to keep it similar, and there's no stigma then with any one child receiving a lunch that perhaps didn't come from home. And they're all tasting and trying new things, which is really important. And they're looking at someone else and going, oh yeah, he's eating the nachos, I might give nachos a go as well. And some of the mums are now reporting that their children, because they've been exposed to things like pasta and rice, are now starting to eat those at home as well, which is really cool and a really cool, unintended, if you like, consequence of feeding everybody at school.
Yeah, that's great. And I guess not only is hunger and lack of food a barrier for attendance, but if they are actually going, then they're not going to be switched on if they're thinking about, man, where's my next feed coming from, and their performance while at school's affected too, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, like when you're hungry as well, you start to think, what am I going to eat? Where am I going to get that food from? And for a little person, that's exactly the same. Their brain's going to be so focused on thinking about food that they're not going to be able to focus on learning. And that's, again, one of the things that the staff and the principals are reporting, that the children are much calmer in the afternoon, that they're really noticing the benefit of them all eating the lunches that we're providing.
Okay, what do you say to the people, and I had the question posed to me over the weekend, that, the families that can afford to provide food, are they sort of not getting a free lunch, excuse the pun? Do you hope that they contribute in other ways, maybe with some funds or some produce or something like that?
Yeah, look, there's lots of ways for parents to contribute, and all of our team are parents of children at the schools that we provide lunches for, which is a really great benefit as well. And look, parents contribute how they can, or alternatively, let's not spend that money on a lunch, but maybe buy a couple of extra healthy veggies for their own dinner at home. And again, that's what parents have told us that they do. So they're saving a little bit of money by not having to do lunch now, and so they're actually able to buy more healthy food for their mealtime at dinner. And that's a pretty exciting benefit as well. So the more veggies that we can get into our kids, and the diversity of food is a good thing for their health going forward.
Right, let's talk some numbers. First up, staff and volunteers. What's that look like at Kai for Kids?
So we currently have 8 part-time staff, and we work Monday to Friday. We generally start about 8:30 and we finish around 3 p.m. each day. So the mornings are pretty full on with lunch prep or morning tea prep, because we do morning teas for a couple of schools now as well, and lunch, and then tidying up, and then the kitchen team are focused on getting prep ready for the next day. So our volunteers, we have awesome volunteers. We have one fellow that comes every single day that he can, cycles in from Lake Hood, and he really loves having a purpose to come into town each day, and he's a real valued part of our team.
Awesome.
And then we have other volunteers that just come on a Wednesday morning or a Friday morning. We have a couple of awesome law firms that send their staff along on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, which is, a big shout out to RMF Silver and Argyle Welsh for sending their team along.
That's cool.
It's really cool. And also Align Farms, when they're not carving, they send a staff member along on a morning as well, which is a really cool way for the companies in town to be able to give back to the community in this way.
Right, and you've got some part-time paid staff as well?
Yes, so that's the seven staff are part-time and paid. We need a core group producing the volume of food that we do each day. We need to have a core group of staff, and then we can spread the love and provide the packed lunches and things that we do to other schools where we don't receive any funding, and that's where using volunteer help to be able to provide those is
Okay, all right, let's talk those numbers. How many meals and morning teas and things are you producing each day?
Yep, so we do morning teas at Netherby and Hampstead schools, and that's part of the Healthy Free Lunch program. So in their morning teas they'll get some baking, and it might be an Anzac biscuit or a pikelet or a cheese roll like you enjoyed on Friday. Or cheese and crackers today, and then it will be often carrot sticks or oranges cut up, apples cut up, kiwi fruit. So it's just giving them that really good, healthy fruit and veg to start with. And then we do lunches. We do all of the children at Hampstead and Netherby, Chertsey School, Fairton School. We do 2 kindergartens as well. So we do Merle Kindergarten and Hampstead Kindergarten, all the children there. And then we do packed lunches at Borough School, Ashburton Intermediate, Ashburton College, and St Joe's at the moment. So it's a fairly full-on, so in total it's over 700 lunches that we're doing each day, or 700 children.
400 morning teas on top of that.
Yep. Yeah, wow. So it's a busy old kitchen, and we're fair flying in the mornings. So if anyone does have some spare time, we'd love to see them in the kitchen, particularly on a Monday morning or a Friday morning.
Right, so I'm going to put the link up to Kai for Kids Facebook page with this.
And
so
just
if somebody
me
wanted
directly.
to volunteer, that would be perfect.
That would be awesome.
And I want to do this as a weekly chat for a wee bit because I know there's so much more going on. I know you have big dreams, big picture goals, but also I think we can put some challenges out there similar to what RMF and Argyle Welsh are doing, and see if we can't get some more businesses providing some volunteers.
Fantastic.
And uncover more about the wonderful work you guys do. So
fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, let's do a weekly catch up for a bit, eh?
Yep, sounds good.
Cool.
Sounds
good to see you.
Thank you.